Okay, everybody, are we live? I hope we are, because last week we weren't. And that was a disaster. Thank you so much for joining me. Can you let me know whether you can hear me and see me okay? Should have a live stream here with comments. So I'll wait a second just to make sure that it's all uploading okay. I hope you're all doing well. I've got a great treat for you today. I've got a whole bunch of books that I'm going to give away. Look at all these. Is these all the right ones? Look at this. This is my stash of Spanish beginner books, which you would have seen recently in a video that I made. And one person's going to win all of these. This is all from my personal collection. I'm going to stick them in a big box, and I'm going to send it to you wherever you are in the world. So, let's see who we've got here. It could be Jay Nazarali. It could be Zubeide. It could be Marbis, who says well received in Aberdeen. Leah in the US. I'm going to send it anywhere. I'll send it to Timbuktu. It's whoever's going to win. So we will tell you well, in fact, let me start by telling you the rules of the competition. How about that? I'll start by telling you that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just read a little bit from some of these books, so we can all have a bit of Spanish practice. And then at the very end of the stream, I am going to tell you when we are announcing the winner. All right, so this is the order it's going to be. I'm going to tell you the rules of the competition. I'm going to do some readings, answer some questions that you have. So feel free to put questions in the chat. And then at the end, we'll go for about 15 minutes or so. Then at the end, I will tell you how to. I'll tell you when I'm going to reveal the winner and how we're going to select them. Okay. Hey Roger in the US, SR in Northampton. Enter Text says hi. That's a cool name, Enter Text. All right then. So here's what's going to happen. So like I say, I'm going to give away to one lucky winner all of these books. These books are fantastic for beginner Spanish learners. So we have, in no particular order, Climate Change in Simple Spanish by Ollie Richards. First Spanish Reader, edited by Ángel Flores. We've got The New Penguin, Parallel Texts, short stories in Spanish. We've got José Saramago, El Cuento de la Isla Desconocida, even. Get your genders right, Ollie. 101 Conversations in Simple Spanish by me. Short stories in Spanish by me. My favorite book of all time, one of them, Pablo Neruda, 20 poemas de amor y una canción desesperada. This is an amazing book of poetry. Short poetry, great for learners. 101 Conversations in Social Media Spanish by Ollie Richards. And of course, what book collection would be complete without El Principito, which a lot of people don't. People get really fed up when I talk about this book. But I think it's a classic. So there you go. Right, so one person is going to win all of these books. And what you need to do, if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning, is to leave me a comment, and you can do it in the chat here in YouTube, in the comments. And I'd like you to tell me a great idea for some content that I could create here on YouTube. So it should be about story learning, and this could be anything that you like. The criteria is it has to be cool and it has to be an idea for a YouTube video. So if that makes sense to you, hit the thumbs up button, please, on the video. So this could be anything like a language challenge you want to see me doing, or a particular video about learning with stories, whatever it may be. DG says, does having paid for your 5 language programs help my odds? DG, I'm afraid it doesn't, because under the rules of the YouTube rules of competition, it has to be based on the criteria here in the comments. But you do have my undying gratitude and my support for what it's worth. Now, where were we? Yes. So to enter, simply you have to let me know a content idea for a video that I can create on YouTube. You'll also have the satisfaction, even if you don't win, you have the satisfaction of seeing me create some of these ideas that I'm talking about. So hopefully that's worth it, guys. Also, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. You must turn on notifications because you'll need that in order to discover who has won the thing, right? So hopefully, if you're here, you should be all subscribed anyway. But if not, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. That way you'll make sure that you hear about it. Otherwise, there's always a chance that you won't hear about it. All right, are we ready? Any other rules? John, I believe, has posted or will be posting official YouTube rules for competitions in the comments, so you can refer to that. We will be picking one person at random from the entries in the comments, and then at the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly when we will announce it and how. Crucial. All right. First of all, huge apologies to everybody last week for everyone who was here. And the video didn't start. Basically, I had a problem with my streaming service. The streaming service that I use had a problem with their streaming providers. It was like up the food chain. It didn't work. So I'm very sorry for all of those of you who are waiting. I also saw some people were asking if the entries that you left last week were valid. Unfortunately not, because what happened, because the stream never went live, YouTube just deleted it. So unfortunately, if you did leave your content idea last week, you're going to have to do it again, please, because YouTube has confined the ideas from previously into the ether. So, all right, I think that's it. I think we're ready to go. Where should we begin? We're going to begin with my favorite, and it's going to be, where is it? So many books. This is going to cost me a ton to post to Timbuktu, if that's where it ends up. Let's start with a poem. How about that? This is probably the most erudite video you're ever going to see on YouTube. Ollie Richards reading poems in Spanish. This is better than, it's just much more erudite than the usual kind of, the usual nonsense that we get on YouTube, isn't it? So I'm going to read you from this beautiful book. I'm going to read from Los 20 Poemas. I'm going to read number 15. And any of you guys who have been into, turn on my phone first, that would be the first thing to do. Any of you guys who have read any Neruda before will surely know about this. So let me just make sure my connection is steady. All right, let's go. I love this. I'm going to bring the microphone so you get my deep voice. Look. Me gustas cuando callas porque estás como ausente, y me oyes desde lejos, y mi voz no te toca. Parece que los ojos se te hubieran volado, y parece que un beso te cerrara la boca. Como todas las cosas están llenas de mi alma, emerges las cosas llenas del alma mía. Mariposa de sueño, te pareces a mi alma, y te pareces a la palabra melancolía. Me gustas cuando callas y estás como distante, y estás como quejándote, mariposa en arrullo. Y me oyes desde lejos y mi voz no te alcanza. Déjame que me calle con el silencio tuyo. Déjame que te hable también con tu silencio, claro como una lámpara, simple como un anillo. Eres como la noche, callada y constelada. Tu silencio es de estrella, tan lejano y sencillo. Me gustas cuando callas porque estás como ausente, distante y dolorosa, como si hubieras muerto. Una palabra entonces, una sonrisa bastan. Y estoy alegre, alegre de que no sea cierto. No words really for this wonderful poem, butchered by Ollie Richards for your listening pleasure. Isn't that great? So, let's have a look in the comments here. I hope you enjoyed that. The mic is too close to your mouth. Oh dear. Do I need to read that again? Have I got the gain up too high? Did that distort, guys, or could you actually hear it? Enter text tells me it's a bit too close. Let me see. Let me know. Right. Let me see if there are any questions I've got here. Roberto says, muy buena y sencilla palabras por reflexionar sobre la vida. Yeah, I guess you're talking about the poem there. It's just, yeah, I'm not going to try and explain away Neruda. He speaks for himself, I think. All right, then. So, questions? I haven't seen any particular questions. Lots of content ideas here. John, you'll send me through any questions that you happen to spot. Maybe what I'll do is just carry on over here until I see some questions here. Right, so just a reminder for anyone joining late and wondering what on earth's going on. I'm giving away all these books which are great beginner books for Spanish. Not exactly beginner, but kind of for the point where you start reading. They are perfect. And in order to win, I'd like a content suggestion, please. Give me a comment below with an idea for a video that I can make about story learning. It can be anything you want, and then we're going to pick a winner from the comments. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications as well. So, hi Akabe Animations from Austria, Elika, Michael, Marcel, lots of people here. Could you show the books again? Yes, of course. So we've got 20 Poemas de Amor by Neruda. We've got a few of my books, 101 Conversations in Social Media Spanish, Short Stories in Spanish, 101 Conversations in Simple Spanish, Saramago, El Cuento de la Isla Desconocida, Penguin, Parallel Text. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of parallel text, but, a lot of people do like them. So, there you go. First Spanish Reader, Climate Change in Simple Spanish by me as well, and of course, El Principito. They're all going to go to one lucky winner. As DG says, good luck, everybody. So we've got a question here from Michelle. Says, have you developed a video addressing use of vocal manipulation awareness of how sounds are made to better pronounce language? Are there, or have you developed or come across books which you... I have to say, Michelle, it's a good question. I'm actually not really... I don't really consider myself a pronunciation expert. I'd say pronunciation is one of the things that I have kind of like not really developed a great way of teaching. I think in general, I'm quite good at pronouncing languages, but I haven't got a great system for teaching it beyond the basics. I think I would recommend Mimic Method from my friend Idausa. You can go to mimicmethod.com. He's really the master when it comes to really understanding the techniques of the voice. That would be great. So next, I want to show you from this because it was Earth Day recently, wasn't it? So Climate Change in Simple Spanish. This was a book that I had great fun writing because I've been thinking recently about how to develop some stuff that's actually non-fiction. Although this is actually fiction, but it's kind of fiction about a non-fiction thing. And so it's like using a dialogue format, and it's characters talking about climate change. And it's been a really popular book, actually, so we're going to make this into other languages. I think we're working on French and German at the moment. And so it is, like we said, like I told you before, it's all based on kind of dialogue, so it's quite easy to read, easier to read than just kind of general narrative stuff. And we actually had lots of illustrations commissioned, especially for the book, and the whole thing's been reviewed at PhD level, so it's very kind of like I put my name on this. I am not spouting climate conspiracy theories. This is the real stuff. So I thought I would read a little bit about from the first chapter of this, when the various characters arrange to meet up to talk about climate change. Quick reminder, everybody, if you'd like to win these books, you have to leave me a video idea. What video content would you like to see me make about story learning? Leave it in the comments, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and then at the end, in just a few minutes here, I'll tell you where we will release the results. So I'm going to just read from this. This is the very beginning of the book, and it's all about ¿Qué es el cambio climático? So what is climate change? Let's see how much you can catch from this. You ready? Hola Elena, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, David, gracias. ¿Y a vosotros cómo os va? Todo bien, y a María también. María, salúdala. Hola Elena. Mira, os llamo porque acabo de recibir buenas noticias y quiero celebrarlo con un café con mis mejores amigos. ¿Tenéis un hueco el próximo sábado? I should hold it up, shouldn't I? Creo que sí. María, ¿estamos libres el próximo sábado? Creo que sí. María... No, I already said that, sorry. Sí, ¿qué noticias tienes, Elena? El periódico para para el que trabajo me ha pedido una serie de artículos sobre el cambio climático. Es mi primer encargo importante para ellos. ¡Qué bien! ¡Felicidades! Durante el año pasado he leído cada vez más reportajes sobre el cambio climático en los periódicos. Primero eran todos esos artículos sobre los incendios forestales de Australia y luego también vi algunas fotos que mostraban cómo la contaminación del aire de China y Italia disminuyó mientras todo el mundo se quedaba en casa por el coronavirus durante el invierno y la primavera de 2020. Sí, me acuerdo de esas fotos de la calidad del aire de China antes y después del brote de Wuhan. Eran muy diferentes. Espera, tengo una pregunta un poco tonta para ti. ¿Qué es exactamente el cambio climático? Sí que la temperatura del planeta aumenta y que causa fenómenos climáticos que no son normales, como tormentas. Pero no estoy seguro de saber lo que significa exactamente la expresión cambio climático. ¿Pero qué dices, David? No es una pregunta tonta, para nada. A menudo decimos cambio climático cuando en realidad nos referimos al calentamiento global, pero no son lo mismo. I think I'll stop there. Goes on a little bit. But, of course, what is climate change is not a silly question. No es una pregunta tonta. And to find out exactly what it is, you can continue chapter 1 in the climate change book. Entertech says, you sound really good now. Thank you. All I did was not this. That was probably too close. All right, then. So, a couple of questions. Are there plans from Marcel? Are there plans for conversational books in the Nordic languages? Actually, yes. These have been quite highly requested, actually, because we've got... Let me just show you down here. Yeah, so we've got books like short story books in Danish, Norwegian, Dutch, and a few others. The Swedish one's got an awesome cover. And a lot of you guys have been requesting some of these Nordic languages in the conversation series as well. So we're working on that right now. They should be coming out later. So hopefully that will satisfy your cravings. Akabe says, are there StoryLearning audiobooks as well? Yeah, all of these books, guys, come with audio. You can get the audio for all of these. They're all available on Audible, so you can grab those. And I've got to say, like, when we are... Matt says, already read the climate change book. Awesome. Good, I hope it helped. Matt, I hope my reading of it didn't spoil the memory. But yeah, I've got to say, when I'm conceiving of books, it's so much fun. Like this book, for example, 101 Conversations in Social Media Spanish. This just came out of my brain one day, and I thought, that would be cool. And so this book, for example, is conversations on social media between different people, and it's all when they're trapped in an escape room, and they have to find their way out. So I think I probably won't read this for you now, because I don't want to keep you on here all day. That wouldn't be fair. But I highly recommend you pick up a copy of this, because we've got some pretty cool... so this is what it looks like on Instagram. You see here? So it's quite an interesting book. So yeah. All right then. So we're going to wrap this up here. Take a little sip of coffee. So I'm going to reiterate the rules. Benzion Castro says, if I buy the ebook of short stories, how do I get the audio? You can find it on Audible. You can find it on iTunes. You can find it on wherever you get your audiobooks. Simply search for the name of the book and you'll find the audio there as well. Okay. So let's have one more question and then I'll wrap it up. So this is from Nisha. It says, I have many books in French and Spanish and I keep getting confused if reading will help or listening. So should I be reading or listening? I remember reading more in English when I was a child, but it seems difficult for French and Spanish. Yeah, I mean, in reality, reading and listening are equally important, right? The thing about reading is that because it's all on the page, it's a lot more convenient to actually understand. So as a study vehicle, it's kind of, it's just more convenient. But listening is super important because we want to be able to understand people who we are talking to you, right? And so really, that's why I always recommend reading and listening at the same time, because that's simply how you develop your kind of all round skills. So keep at it and don't get frustrated or demotivated. Easy to say, I know, but that's often the case with these things. Easy to say, difficult to do. Okay, so here we go. This is what you must do if you'd like to win all of these books. Ibrahim says, should we write our suggestions now? Yes, go ahead. We're logging all of these suggestions as you're typing them out. So yeah. These books, the ones I've shown you here, a couple of them I've read from, I'm giving them all away to one person. And here's what you got to do. First of all, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you're going to hear about the result. If you don't do that, you'll miss the results. Okay, so subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Then, in the comments below, I want you to write a video suggestion for me. What video should I make about story learning? This can be anything. And then we will use a special tool to pick the winner later. And then many of you guys will also see your video idea. Even if you don't win, you'll see your video ideas here on the channel if I think they're cool and I'd like to make them. So that will be hopefully very useful for you guys. I've got many of you here watching live now, which is fantastic. So here's what we're going to do. The winner will be announced on Friday this week in the community tab of the YouTube channel. Okay, so Friday this week, you've got 4 days. And at the end of the day on Friday, we will pick the winner and we will announce the winner in the community tab. So does everyone know where that is? What you need to do is you need to go to my channel. Maybe I can show you this on the screen. This is why, you need to turn notifications, because otherwise you won't get you won't hear about it. So I'm going to just see if I can share my screen here so I can show you what that looks like. Okay, but it says, does it matter if the suggestion is in the live chat or the video chat? No, it doesn't matter. We'll find all of them. Just write it wherever you want. And so, right, I can show you here. Okay, can you see my screen? Hopefully you got my screen now. So this is the YouTube channel. And if you go here to community, then what you'll see is all the announcements. So you'll see it here. The winner will be announced here. Does that make sense? So you go to the YouTube channel and to community. But if you have notifications turned on, then that is how you'll get that automatically. So notifications should be here on the video, but just give me a shout if it's not clear how to turn on notifications. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Great to see you. Gulsna, Roberto, Catherine, Zobeide, Srikirti, Nisha, John, Kathy, Oksana, Kirk, Nisha, Dan, Plugging USA, Ursula. Good to see all of you. Thank you so much. And check back on Friday. Quick recap. You can win all of these. Simply leave me an awesome content idea in the comments. And then on Friday, we'll pick a winner. Make sure you hear about it by subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications. That way you'll get the message. And what will happen, I'll say who's won, and then I'll tell you what to do, and then you'll have to email me. You'll have to contact me, right? To let me know who you are, because we can't chat here on YouTube. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. And that's it. I'll see you for the next one. By the way, we're going to be doing a lot more of these, right? So this is for Spanish. We're going to be doing them in different languages, French, Japanese, all that stuff. And over here, you might see over here in the corner, those books up there, look. These are the French ones. These are the Japanese ones. They're tiny. Here are the Italian ones. I've got all these books just waiting to make videos about and to give away. So stay tuned for a lot more like this. DG says, do Russian, please. I have to learn Russian first. Give me a few weeks. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. All the best.